정말 미안해. 사랑해. You're no longer mine. Hello, good people, and to my Korean friends, 안녕, 안녕하세요. By the way, song is by Roy Kim, and it's No Longer Mine. Just a beautiful song. Anyway, thanks for joining me again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Anne, and on my channel, I review foreign shows. Like I always say, we travel around the world from our couches, enjoying foreign content, expanding our viewership, if you will. There's so much content out there. And the good thing about watching foreign shows is that we learn so much, right? We're learning culture, language, food. It's just fantastic. The other thing we've done is conquered the subtitle, right? And you know what I mean when I say we've conquered the subtitle. Subtitles are our friends, right? We can read and watch at the same time. And you know what it's like after a while, you forget your reading, especially when the show is really, really, really good. And today, as we travel around the world, we're back in South Korea, one of our favorites. They always have such excellent content. And this one is called Familiar Wife, which, by the way, it was done in 2018. However, it's new on Netflix, and that's where I saw it. I think it came out about 2 weeks ago. Just a fun, excellent show about marriage and all the ups and downs that goes with that. I thought it was just excellent. It's like romance, it has some comedy in it, and really also addresses like real life, you know, like what married couples go through, and especially when children are thrown in the mix, right? So anyway, I thought I want to jump on here and just review it because I thought it was so fun. It was one of those easy watching, but really like thought-provoking and just fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. And also I think it explores that theme of, you know how they always say maybe the grass is greener on the other side, and you always think that maybe it's better over there, and then you realize maybe what you had was really the green grass. You're already on the green grass. Now listen, if you're in a relationship that there is abuse, emotional or physical, that is not the green grass, right? We all know you need to get out of that. But apart from that, anything else, we all know sometimes you always think, oh, maybe it would have been better if I was with that person. But really, maybe you're with the person you're supposed to be with. So this show is really, really excellent. The characters playing the show, the main character is Ji-sung. He's the male lead, and then the female is Han Ji-min. And really the story is told about their young couple. They actually grew up together, where they met like in college in college, and he would tutor her. And she was almost like this young, pesky girl who was always bugging him. And he's a little older, and he's just like, oh my gosh, she's so much work. But as time goes on, they become fond of each other. And obviously, they fall in love. And then later, they're married. And then when we meet them, when they're married, they've had 2 kids and gotten into the busyness of life, where, you know, he works for the bank, and he's always in a rush to go there. Sometimes he has to work later or has to go to dinners that are through work. And then she's trying to work at the same time, trying to balance the 2 kids. And let's just say they're both very busy, and unintentionally, they kind of like lose each other. And there was that one section where you can tell she's just overwhelmed, and the kids are driving her crazy. He's not helping her that much. And that scene made me laugh so much, and I'll make sure to put it on here, where she was like this little cute girl, and then she, as women, you're married, you have kids, and those kids, when they're young, when they're babies, you don't get much sleep because they're crying and they're up all times of the hours. So let's just say most of the time, if women are gonna lose themselves, it's usually that time, right? So let's just say hair is looking a mess, she hasn't slept much, and the husband comes home, and I don't know what he said, and she just became like, he actually said, I created a monster. Like, what happened to that girl I fell in love with? And she's just like, at him. And it made me laugh so hard, because I was like, every woman has that, right? Every woman, if pushed, even the cute, quiet ones that you think, oh, yeah, that one would never. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. If you don't get enough sleep and you're being pushed at every level, you would become that. And he was just like, I don't know if I don't know if I want to be married to this girl, because the girl that I married before was not that. And I feel like she's become a monster. She doesn't like me. She's constantly yelling at me. And I can't. This is just crazy. And he's telling this to his friends. And then it so happens he was in a subway, like one of those trains. And this guy is walking around saying some crazy things. People are just like, oh my gosh, I think he was homeless. And then he looked like maybe he was saying things that just didn't make sense. And then they pass each other and he gives him a coin. It's like, it looked like 500. It must be 500. It's a coin. It's 500 Korean money. And it said 2006, right? So he had wished that I didn't want to be married. I don't think I want this life. This is not for me. I wonder what my life would have been if I had not married her. Because then they introduced the character of, her name is Kan Han Na. He liked her. She's this beautiful girl who plays the cello in college, and and he would have wanted to, I think, date her. And so during this time when he's going through these issues with his wife, they bump into each other. They have a lunch, and he's just like, oh, I should have married her. Look how nice she is. She's thinking about me. She's talking about me, where you wish that. And at that point, that's when he was at the subway, and this guy gives him this coin. When he takes the coin, he gets in the car, and it brings you to this, one of those toll stations where we throw coins in so you can pass. Like in America here in the East Coast, that's huge, where everywhere you drive, you throw in coins on there. They're meant to, part of, I guess, transportation, where that money is taken and they continue to fix the roads. So anyway, he does that. He puts that in, and it's like his car takes off, and it's like, it looks like he's going into oblivion. And then the next scene, it shows up, he's awake, but now it's 2006. And it's like, oh, wait, I went back? If I went back to 2006, it means I could change my fate. I'm married to my wife, and she clearly became a monster. Do I want to do that again? No. And now I may have a chance to go and explore the other girl that I really liked and marry her. So what does he do? He does that. And then he's stuck in a marriage where this girl, they're rich, the father is very well to do, and the girl is nice to him. But then as time progresses, he finds out, oh, she's not that easy to live with. And then at this point, the girl who he used to be married to, his wife, comes to work in the same bank that they work. and he starts to learn about her, and he sees it wasn't that she was a bad girl, it's just that she never had time for herself. And this time, because she's not married and she doesn't have any kids, she is fun, easygoing, and she likes to run, she takes care of herself, she's well dressed, makeup on. And he's like, that is who I fell in love with, and why would I even change and want to go back and marry the wrong person? Like, now he wishes he was still married to his wife, right? But then it's like, well, you changed the fate. I don't know if you can go back. And then to make matters even more complicated, he starts to fall in love with her, but now he's married to the other girl that he thought was his dream girl, right? It was such a fun show. You have to keep watching to see what happens to them, because is he gonna end up going back to the girl he had married, who was his wife with his children, or does he stay with this new fate of this girl who he thought was his dream girl, who's turned to be a little bit too high maintenance? That's why they always say it's not greener on the other side, right? You may be sitting on your perfect green lawn and you keep thinking the lawn is greener on the other fence, the other side. Bottom line is, be grateful for what you have. So just an excellent show. I thought it was done really, really well. It has a lot of Korean actors in it. One of the ladies who's playing the mom is Lee Seung-yeon. I love her. She's an excellent actress. There's a lot of cameos. Actually, one of the guys who stopped by, who we saw in Oh My Ghost, Jung-suk, was in this show. So it's just an excellent, excellent show. The other thing I was just gonna briefly mention is that it was a good reminder, especially for married couples, if you've been married for a long time, is don't forget to date each other, right? Like, take the time, get a babysitter, and just go out on a date. Get to remember who the two of you were, especially when those kids are so young. At that time is when life is so busy and crazy, it's so easy to like lose each other. And really that's what they learn. Like, he even learned, like, if I had gotten to like know what was bothering her so much, you know, and kind of ask her, how do you feel being a mom? You look so stressed out. How can I help? If only he had said, how can I help? It would have solved like most of their problems, right? Instead of just being like, why did this woman I married became this monster? Oh my God. So I think it was also a really, really good reminder for married couples that don't forget to date each other even when you're married. Go on that date maybe once or twice a week, or every 2 weeks. Go out to dinner, get to talk or something when it's just the two of you without the kids. It's worth the money. Pay the babysitter for your marriage. But just an excellent, excellent show. I really loved it. It was very realistic, very funny. Obviously, there's that little bit of that science fiction aspect where where he's able to time travel back. But it was just a good concept. Like, would you want to change your life? And change it from what it is, or would you want to keep it the same? That is the question. It was funny, it was touching, it was really fantastic to watch. An easy show that we can all enjoy. I recommend you watch it. You're just gonna love it. It's just, I can only say it's very, very heartwarming. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. Kamsahamnida. Join me again when I review another excellent foreign show. Don't forget to subscribe, turn the notification button on, give me a like if you like the video, or if you like more shows like this, and I'll see you again. Deuces.